Ladies, today we're holding a funeral not for somebody we lost, but for the old versions of us that played small, that kept quiet, that carried the weight that was never ours. You don't actually hate yourself, you just hate the version of yourself that you've already outgrown. The woman that you're trying to become, she's already there, she's already inside of you. You just cannot see it. Maybe you can feel it, but you just know that the old version of you has no other chance but to die. You might not know what that future version of you will look like, but you just know that the old version of you has to go. And this is what we're going to be doing here today. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to reclaim your power, how to regain passion in life, and how to break free from the old identity and create the new, better version of yourself. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina and I'm a feminine energy coach, and I teach women how to step into their full feminine power. Before we dive into this video, I wanted to remind you that I have a 30-day feminine energy reset guide available down in the description of this video. This feminine energy reset will make you feel more magnetic, more feminine, more soft in just 30 days. And it will only take 5 to 15 minutes a day. So try it and let me know how you feel. Step number 1, reclaim your death and rebirth moment. Your reinvention, your rebranding starts when you let go of the old identity of you. For that, you have to decide, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. I cannot live like this anymore. And most of the time, it takes a rock bottom for people to hit that moment when they realize, you know what? I don't like that version of myself. I want to change, maybe not everything, but a lot about myself. I don't like my beliefs anymore. I don't like my habits anymore. I don't like my surrounding, my friends, my environment. I need to change. Maybe you had a crisis situations where you realized, you know what, I just cannot do this anymore. Maybe you just decided to rebrand yourself without experiencing any of the negatives. Maybe you just felt like you need some new energy in your life, but you have to declare that this is the end. This is the death. This is why I said we're holding a funeral for the old version of you. In order to create the new version of you, you need to bury the old version of you. You have to say clearly that that version of you, the old version of you, is done. Once you declare it in your mind starts responding to that. Your body starts adjusting to that thought. When you tell your brain that that era of me is over, when you tell your brain that we're moving on, this is the end of that era, new neurological connection starts forming in your brain. And your brain starts thinking, okay, so what does the new version of us look like? This is why you see some people throwing parties, death to my 20s, entering my 30s, death to my single era, beginning of my married life, because we have to celebrate and declare that moment. We're letting go of the old version of us. Maybe it's a status, maybe it's just an era of life, and we're entering the new era. And this is an amazing way to celebrate it and declare it. If you want to throw a party with your friends, or just have a girls' night, or just do it yourself, something sentimental to declare that this is the end and the beginning of something better is really powerful. Do something symbolic. You don't have to throw a big party. Maybe you can write something in your journal and take that paper out and burn it, because that old version of you is no longer with us. Some people also choose to change their look, maybe cut their hair, because hair holds memories. It doesn't have to be super dramatic. You don't have to cut your hair or burn a note or throw a party. You can just tell yourself in your mind that this is over. As long as you know that it's over, you can start moving forward into the next steps of your transformation. Step number 2, rewrite the story you tell yourself. Your inner dialogue is one of the biggest indicators what's gonna happen with you in your life. Your thoughts have a big energetic potential to influence your life. In fact, they do that 24/7. Whatever you think about yourself will shape your reality. A lot of women have this narrative of saying the same things to themselves over and over again. I'm shy, I'm single, I'm poor, I'm not enough. All of these things, they keep repeating in their mind. And the more you think those things, the more it keeps reaffirming in your life, in the physical world, because that's how you see yourself. That's how the world sees you. The people, the opportunities, and the situations are all attracting based on those beliefs. When something appears in your mind, a belief about yourself, catch it and don't release it. Once it's in your consciousness, in your conscious mind, you can work with it. Catch those beliefs. If you thought to yourself during a conversation with somebody, I feel like I'm not enough. I feel like I don't deserve to be talking to this person. Catch that moment. Catch that belief about yourself. Don't release it. Remember that belief. Now we can work with it. When you catch your beliefs about yourself, they're no longer on the subconscious level. Now they're on the conscious level. It's something that our mind can comprehend and work with. So when you catch a negative belief about yourself, about your life, your circumstances, replace it with a more positive belief about yourself. If your belief about yourself is something like, I'm shy, and you keep reaffirming it in your mind, say something like, I'm open to new opportunities. Try it out for a few weeks and see how your life changes, because you're going to start attracting people, opportunities. People are going to be telling you, you're so open, you're so open, you're so friendly, it's so easy to get along with you. Even though all this time before you were thinking that I'm so shy, it's hard for me to make friends, it's hard for me to communicate with people, all of a sudden people are reaffirming your new belief. And this is how you're going to train your mind to adapt to these new belief systems that you created for yourself, because they're already in your consciousness. When they are in your consciousness, you can take control of them. You can take control of your life, and you can create a new script for yourself that is beneficial for you. Step number 3, upgrade your environment to match your new identity. Once we worked on the internal part, we identified your limiting beliefs and we replaced them with new positive, beneficial beliefs about yourself. We can work on the external world, which is our environment. Your environment shapes your identity. There have been studies that show that visual and sensory cues like clutter in your room, bad scent, garbage everywhere, they prime emotional states. So your environment can lead you to have certain emotional states. This is why it is important to choose your environment wisely, depending on the emotional state you want to have in your life and in your new identity. Because we're reclaiming our power, we're reinventing ourselves. And it is very important to look around and see what's around me, who's around me. Is this matching the new identity that I'm trying to create for myself? How do you practically do it? Well, first thing I would tell you is to start with your bedroom, because this is your sacred place. This is where you spend a lot of the time. Always keep it tidy, keep it beautiful for yourself. Maybe have some fresh flowers, maybe have your favorite candle, maybe your perfume. Another pro tip, if you want to become that version of yourself even faster, manifest your dream life, keep a perfume by your bed that smells like that woman you're trying to become. Perfumes and scents, they have this beautiful power to remind us of certain things. And when you use a perfume before bedtime that reminds you of that version that you're trying to become, that smells like her, that feels like her, this works even better, because it is a powerful tool how you can integrate the new belief system. This is how you can remind yourself and your body that you are already her, or you're on the way to become her. Second thing I do is go through your wardrobe, keep it tidy, and look through all the items that you have. I bet you there's items that probably need to be thrown away. I actually recently did that, and I discovered certain pieces that I worn 5 years ago, and they no longer feel like me. And I donated them, I gave it to my friends, I let go of certain pieces. And if you want to upgrade and become the new version of yourself, you have to be able to let go of those items and make space for the new items. You don't have to hire a stylist to help you upgrade your whole wardrobe. The only thing you need to do is to look around and figure out, does this match the new identity that I'm trying to create for myself? Does this look like her? Does this feel like her? Another question to ask yourself is this item bringing me joy? If the answer is no, then donate it, gift it, give it away. If the answer is maybe, ask yourself, if I didn't own this item, how much would I pay for it? And that gives you your answer. And third thing that I would audit is your friend group. People can either drag you down or help you become better. If they're trying to upgrade themselves, if they're putting in effort to learn something, they're trying to become better, those are the people that you will grow with. It's like going on the elevator that is going down. If you're staying in the same place, you're actually going down. So those people that are stagnant, that are not trying to improve themselves, they're not changing their beliefs, their habits, they're constantly in the same mode, nothing happens, nothing changes. You want to be around people that are going up the elevator. Of course, everybody has a different speed, but as long as you're going up and you're helping each other grow, those are the friends that you want to be around. My biggest life hack is to check out websites like meetup.com or Eventbrite. Those are the great websites where you can find events in your communities, in your cities. This is how you can find like-minded people in the specific areas. If you want to surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurs, let's say, you would go to those websites and you would put in something like business networking, and all of these events will show up in your city, and you'll be able to find women or friends just like you that are similar in their habits, that are similar in their mindsets. And this is how you're going to be able to maybe expand your friend group and surround yourself with people that you enjoy talking to, that you have something in common. In one evening, you could be surrounded by the people that reinforce your new identity. Boom, and you have a new surrounding. You have upgraded your surrounding, and now this surrounding matches the new identity that you are creating for yourself. Step number 4, align the new rituals with your new identity. We believe who we are based on observing our own micro actions every single day. If you constantly act like a feminine, disciplined, ambitious woman, this is who you believe you are. If you act like a lazy person, this is who you believe you are. It's actually very simple. Your mind believes what it sees every single day, and it's done through your micro actions, through your micro habits and rituals every single day. Let's say you want to become a disciplined woman as a part of your identity. And right now you're being lazy, you're waking up really late, you're skipping gym, you're not eating healthy, you're not arriving on time to meetings, you're just not disciplined. Your mind will never say that she is a disciplined person. She is a disciplined woman. Your mind does not believe that because your actions in the physical world do not match that belief. So that is why we have to align your daily rituals with the new identity that you created for yourself. So if the new reinvented version of yourself decided that this version of me works out, this version of me meditates, journals, this version of me always listens to YouTube video by Alina, start doing it now. Not because you force it, but because you decided that that version of you is who she is. That's all she does. Those are her rituals every single day. That version of you knows that those rituals, those habits are not a punishment. Those are just the ways for her to express herself and to be who she was always destined to be. When you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself, what would that version of me do today? What would her morning routine look like? What would her schedule look like? What would she do in the evening? How would she act? How would she move? How would she dress? And start acting like her, not by force, but because she wants to do it, because that's who she is. That's her identity. That's how she lives. That's how she spends her days. This is her life. Step number 5, master emotional detachment from your past. Right now, we're moving into the future. Your past is the past. It happened to you. It happened for you. So that now you can rebirth and create the new version of yourself. Your past does not have to define you. Your past is a great experience. And sometimes past shows us what we don't want to experience again, what we don't want to be like, what we don't want to do. anymore. And that's already valuable. It helped you become stronger. It helped you understand certain things. But the old version of you sometimes needs closure. Write a letter to the old version of you. I'm sure she needed those words of support. She needed that closure. She needed a little bit more of something. Maybe of love, maybe of support, maybe of joy. She needed that. So let's give her that closure. Let's give her those emotions. Let's give her the support. Let's say to her, I've always believed in you, no matter what. Let's say, I've always loved you, no matter what happened. I always supported you, no matter what happened. Write a love letter to the old version of you. This will create closure for the old version of you that we're trying to put to bed. That version of you, she supported you, she carried you, she loved you as much as she could at her best capacity. She couldn't do better than that. She did her best. Let's give her the closure, let's give her the love, and let's close that chapter. Because if we cling onto the past, we cannot move forward into the future. Step number 6, embody her before any evidence. We as humans, we always need evidence. We feel like, okay, if I don't see it in front of myself, if physically in the world, then it's not real. But that's not how it works. Our mind starts to think that this is real as soon as we decide it's real. Real reinvention actually happens if you believe that as if it already happened. You don't need to see real results in front of you. You don't need to see it in front of you to know that it's happening. Because if you act like your future self, like the new version of you, your brain starts to believe that you already are that version of you. It's just sometimes it takes some time. It's not instant, but you just need to know that the changes are happening already. You just don't see it. It's all in the background. And once the time comes, the blinds will open, and then here she is, upgraded, glowed up, and everything she ever wanted to be, she is there. But everything was cooking in the background. Sometimes we look at something and we think, oh, that was so sudden. But it always happens in the mind before we see it in our physical reality. So be patient and start embodying that version of you already, now. Start doing it now. Start walking like her. Start talking like her. Start embodying those rituals into your daily life. Start talking to yourself like that version of you. Would that version of you criticize you? Would that version of you hate on you? Would that version of you start sabotaging herself? I don't think so. So start acting like her. Start talking to yourself like her. Start dressing, walking, being, behaving, thinking, talking, everything. This is how you become her through all these small changes in your life. You think they're small, but over time, everything adds up. And then, boom, you're her. You're that girl. You're that woman. And last step, number 7, anchor that new identity publicly. Why is that important? When you declare internally that I'm no longer that person and I'm this new upgraded version of myself, that's one thing. You know that. But once people know that, then it works magic. Because when you combine internal and external reinforcement, everything changes even more rapidly, even quicker. Because the moment people see you differently, your identity becomes even more stable. This new state also wires into your nervous system and it becomes a norm to you. Yes, and some people will not like it. Just so you know, I prepare you that some people will not like this new declaration, this new reinvention that you decided to do, because they're used to the old version of you. And the thing is, there's nothing personal about it. Change is not easy for people. So when they see other people changing, evolving, becoming better, their reaction can be a little bit complicated. Let's just put it that way. Some people will admire it, some people will hate it, and that's totally okay. Your goal here is to declare it publicly, and when people ask you who you are or tell me about yourself, You already start talking and thinking like that person. You don't just declare it internally. You're now at the stage and at the confidence level where you can comfortably declare it publicly without a flinch. Because we know I'm already that woman. I'm already that girl. I'm already that person. It's just a regular thing that you're sharing with people. And this helps you become ingrained into that new identity. And this is how you seal the deal. This is how you transform yourself from all fronts, from all sides. And this is how you become that woman over time, every single day. This is how you become that girl. This is how you become that woman. You don't need a permission from other people to reinvent yourself. You just have to decide that that version of you has no longer power anymore. And we're creating something more beautiful, more meaningful, and more like us. And remember, your transformation always starts within. So the moment you decided, I no longer want to be like that, is the moment you started this new exciting journey. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you soon.